Hey guys, let me know when you are logged in, comment, say hi, let me know who's here. Seeing if this is streaming all right. See, there I am. All right, so welcome guys. This is Get Lucid TV. This is episode 13, my first episode of 2021. Living and working lucidly. I'm going to cover 5 strategies today for reducing work and increasing fun. So this is going to be a really exciting episode. I'm going to keep it short. Hey, let me know when you're in here. Again, say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from, why you're interested in tuning in today. If you follow me, you'll know that I just got back from Laguna Beach, so I'm freezing my ass off here in Colorado. I hope you guys are tuning in from somewhere a little bit warmer. It's snowing here today. I do feel incredibly blessed, before we get started, that I have, hey Pedro, great to see you, that I have created, a successful business where it allows me to travel, it allows me to be location independent. And at least for me, a super important part of success is that I'm creating a business or something that can really encompass my whole life, right? I could never work for something or someone that didn't allow me to pursue my deep own passions as well. So an interesting question that I have for you guys before we get started is, let me know if you're tuning in, what has your quarantine hobby been? Okay, I know everyone's been doing some really interesting stuff, and because this episode is all about fun, I want to know what kind of fun you've been trying to build into your life during this time. My hobby during quarantine has been knitting. I did want to try pickling for the first time, but when I went to Target, even though it was a super Target, all the pickling pots were actually sold out, which blew my mind. I'm now growing veg instead as well, so that's another one. But this really ties in well with what I want to talk about today, which is working less and living lucidly more, or reducing work and increasing fun in your life. Like I said, a life of success, it really requires balance, it requires intention. I called this series Get Lucid TV because I want to create a space that shows people it is possible, it's totally possible to have a great life living lucidly and working towards your purpose, time, having freedom, not having to sacrifice absolutely anything, especially not having to sacrifice having fun. I like to live a very full life when I'm doing business. Hey Bruno, thanks for tuning in. Having fun. I love connecting with people every day. I believe that this kind of statement should be possible for absolutely anyone to say, no matter what job they're doing, no matter what business they're starting to create. No one should have to choose between work or fun, or work or family. Those are choices that are really of the past. If these are things that you feel like you still have to choose between, then this is something that I want to help you move beyond during today's training. I actually decided on this video after this topic of fun came up with some of my students who are in the Lucid Entrepreneur Lab, which is my online course. I coach in how to use dream analysis, lucid dreaming, lucid living techniques for self-development, business development, transpersonal and spiritual development. And the course is full of both lucid dreamers who are looking to build something, create something, share something with the world. And it's also full of entrepreneurs who are looking to dream a little bit deeper, create something more than just a standard business that doesn't excite them. They want to serve the world, they want to make a difference, and all kinds of people in between. But one really common thread, hey Walter, thanks for tuning in. one really common thread between everyone that's in the lab is that we're all people who are super creative. Everyone inside definitely wants and needs fun in their life and in their business. And I know a lot of people look at what I do and they'll say, yeah, but I can't have all this like fun and freedom and dream stuff in my life because I work a 9 to 5, or, you know, I can't afford to go on holiday and pay for kickboxing classes each month or each week or whatever it is that they're feeling pulled towards. And I get it, I get that, because I too used to be in that position. And in fact, you know, just 2 years ago, I was working more than 4 jobs a week. I was someone who was in retail. I was mopping floors at midnight. I was cleaning yoga studios. I was working online. I was doing my master's course. I was picking up all these odd jobs all the time. So I get it. I don't forget where I came from. And I know that most of us start from scratch, right? Most of us do not start with money in the bank and the flexibility to just hire a team and get people to do stuff for us, or have someone take care of the kids or walk their dog, or take care of their business as they're trying to go on holiday or whatever it is. But the thing that I feel like most people miss about these two concepts is that middle ground. It's the balance. And it's starting to cultivate and act from that place of fun and freedom now, versus waiting until you have 6 figures rolling in every year, or waiting until you have $1 million in the bank and your business is up and running. A lot of people think of it the other way around. They think that they have to wait until they get the money or the job or the business up and running, and then they can have fun and start enjoying their lives. And I'm here to tell you that that's really not the direction this stuff starts in. If you're a creative person, which I imagine anyone tuning in and watching on here will be, let me tell you now that you are always going to be someone who is full to the brim with ideas. You're always going to be someone that has lots of things you want to do. Even when your business is up and running, that's not going to change. You are just going to have more ideas and more money to act on those things. So this same concept still applies. It's about starting to have fun now, bridging fun into your life now. Otherwise, you will just end up as a rich, incredible business owner who also still doesn't know how to have fun, right? So here are my 5 steps to reducing the workload and increasing the fun in your life. So grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, open up a Word document or notebook, whatever it is. Take some notes on this as we go through them together, and feel free to chime in and ask any questions as I'm going. Hey, to everyone else who just tuned in, let me know where you're tuning in from. It's great to see you. All right, so point number 1 is get lucid on what to eliminate from your life. I track a lot of things in my life because the more organized I am, I know the more time I have. And organization is not what a lot of people think it is. It's not just adding more things to a to-do list and adding more things that you have to do. It's also about cutting out things that you no longer need to be doing, or things that are no longer serving you. And I would make a bet that there are some things in your life right now that currently no longer serve you as well as maybe they used to. Maybe you shouldn't be spending as much time on them as you should. A massive part of overworking and overwhelm and not being able to experience the joy in between what you're doing is cramming your life in with things that you don't need to be doing anymore. So step 1 is really writing out a list of the things that if you eliminated them, even slightly, or just reduced them a little bit, you know you would have more time in your life for things that bring you more joy. And share with me in the comments now if, as I'm saying this, there's already something creeping up in your mind that you know you would benefit from eliminating, or even just reducing a little bit. Pledge it with me here today. Just type, I would benefit from eliminating or reducing whatever your thing is. Really common ones in this list that I go through all the time with people are things like Netflix, scrolling on social media, TikTok, right? And not saying that you have to cut these things out completely, but what if you switched just 1 hour of Netflix a week to 1 hour of something that you would really enjoy, like playing violin or going to the gym or starting a new hobby, right? Or if you set scrolling on social media down from, 3 or 4 hours a day to just 1 hour a day. That would give you several more hours to fill with things that are actually fun for you. So that's point one. Point two is creating a luxury home experience. And this one is great for current times, right? Because so many of us cannot get out at the moment and do the things that we're used to loving to do, like going out with friends, going out to dinner dates, seeing live music. I'm missing live music so much. It's a really tough one for me. And this doesn't mean that we can't do anything, though. It doesn't mean that we have to just be sitting at home and watching TV all night, which is extremely draining, especially if you're someone working from home and you literally finish your workday on your laptop or your computer, close the screen, and then just move over there or wherever to another screen, right? Netflix, TikTok, whatever. This is kind of that temporary fun time, and it's usually not that rewarding in the long run. So I'd like you to comment now with some of the things that you used to do before the pandemic that you're missing, and I will go through every single comment, and I want to come up with maybe a few ideas together with you guys that I'm gonna share for what you can do, how to transform that into a luxury home experience. But I'm gonna share some of mine with you whilst you do that. And I think it's really important, if you're running a business from home or if you're working for someone else from home, that you are really able to separate that work and playtime, right? That you don't just continue checking your emails all throughout the night because they're popping up on your phone screen, that you're actually able to close the screen and start having the fun that you deserve. Pre-pandemic, I used to love going to get my nails done or getting massages, going to the cinema, out for picnics with friends, see live music, go for dinner dates, all those kind of usual things. So instead, I have decided to bring the experiences to the home. One of the things I did was I recently went on Groupon and I found 3 months of online salsa dancing for classes that you can just stream from online for me and my husband to enjoy throughout the week or at the weekend. And it was only $15 for 3 months, which was incredible. I've got myself my own nail stuff to do, bringing that to the home, doing a ton of cooking, learning new recipes. I just found out that there are also online cooking classes, which is really cool. Being able to do things like set up a movie night, use a projector, make your own snacks. We ordered a ton of board games, question cards. Some of the best nights that I've had during this weird time have been just sitting and chatting away together for hours and hours. So there's a ton of ways to bring these kind of experiences that we used to have and we used to love outside the home into the home as well. Just because it's a pandemic, it doesn't mean that fun has been canceled, right? Point number 3 is about asking for help. Lots of entrepreneurs are people who like to think that they have everything under control. You don't need help. Maybe that's true with a lot of things in your area, absolutely. But when it comes to things outside your zone of genius, it's worth your time and your money and your energy to actually get help. For example, if you are an artist and you love painting and that's really what brings you joy, you want to spend your time on creating art, sharing it with the world, that's great. But if you are spending 10 plus hours a week on video editing for your social media, for your YouTube channel, whatever it is, when this is not your area of expertise, you are wasting such valuable time for yourself. And you're taking away the joy by struggling with something that's not your area of expertise. There are plenty of websites online like Upwork and like Fiverr and these kind of things where you can pay someone as little as like $5, $10 to do all of that stuff that would take you 20 hours to work it out yourself in an hour. So if you don't have, you know, a spare $5 or $10 even to pay for someone to do that online, now we also have access to so many people on the internet, right? On Facebook and these kind of things. So literally just asking, like go and ask the people around, you know, I want to make a website. I really don't know even how to get started. Can someone help me with that? This will save you so much time, so much energy, so much stress. And people love to help. They love to give, to offer advice. So actually asking sometimes is something that will free up so much time for you, take away that stress, reduce that extra work. You might even make a great connection in terms of that. And then you can end up feeling good that either you paid someone and that's helping them and they're helping you, or that you made that connection of someone to help you for free. I did this month. You know, I'm not a pro video editor by any means, and I do enjoy making some of my content online, but it felt really great for me to pay someone and have them do it faster and reduce all of that kind of stress. It's faster, it's more efficient, it takes away the risk of me punching my laptop in the face or, you know, leaving my husband hungry because I've spent 6 hours like with my face in my computer in a video editing program and I've forgotten to make dinner. So it's a win-win for everyone. I think asking for help is something that can massively reduce stress, reduce work, reduce the overload, and help you make those connections, bring back in that joy or extra time to enjoy something. Number 4 is getting lucid on who you want in your life. I am very particular about who I let into my life energetically. Even in my business, I have a pretty solid filtration system. I won't just take on any client or student. I won't just let anyone into my coaching courses or follow me. I want to know who people are and what kind of energy they're bringing in. This is because I'm looking for a particular type of person and I'm very protective of my boundaries. We all know those people who we love, but when we hang out with them, they can be energy vampires, right? Or they're someone who maybe they just want to drink or smoke or gossip or bitch, and maybe that's something that's not bringing you as much joy in your free time anymore. This was a huge one for me this year because I stopped drinking alcohol, I stopped eating sugar, I stopped smoking weed. So I recognized very quickly that, you know, I only want to hang out with people who are creating a good positive vibe and we can have interesting conversations, right? If I'm not drunk or I'm not high, you have to actually be interesting for me to have a good time. So hanging out with very particular people who can put you in a particular state of mind is really important, especially when you have a limited amount of free time and you want to have fun and enjoy yourself in that time. Who tuning into this at the moment has had a particular person come to mind when I said that? I don't want you to call them out, but feel free to type like, I know someone like that in my life in the chat if you resonate with this. And maybe it's about switching it up, right? You don't have to cut that person out, but maybe this person is someone who's best just to see once a month versus every single weekend. Or there are other people who I know when I see and I speak to them, I always speak to those people that lift me up, that celebrate me before something really big and important in my life or in my business. Those people who pump me up for those super exciting opportunities, right? People who celebrate each other and celebrate our successes. You don't want to talk to an energy vampire before you go and do something exciting for yourself, or before you do something that you're maybe a little bit nervous about. You want those people who are excited for you. Not saying you have to be excited all the time or you have no space to go out and drink, but it's just something important to consider for those times that you really want to increase that joy. As Jim Rohn famously said, you know, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you don't find it fun or energizing to bitch about people anymore, but you're still spending time with those people who do, then you're gonna leave feeling drained, feeling your energy sucked out. And if you get re-energized by those people who are on your level and they like living life, having fun, not escaping it, right? Then you need to make more time to prioritize those kinds of people and spending time with them when you're free. And just watch from doing that alone how much your energy and happiness and fun time increases. All right, and then the last one, number 5, which I think this might even be the most important one for me, is investing in yourself and actually budgeting for fun. So now more than ever, when we're at home all the time, it's so important to have things that we can actually look forward to, right? Especially if you're someone who's just sitting constantly working on a laptop. Business hours can become a complete blur. You stop writing something, maybe you take a break and you end up spending 30 minutes scrolling through Facebook or reading some random article, right? And it doesn't seem like much, but those 30 minutes are taking away from time that you could instead be scheduling for having fun. If you haven't scheduled fun in for a while, I would challenge you today to actually think of something that you really want to do and start budgeting for it now. Forget about the pandemic. Forget about, but I don't have enough money to afford on that holiday, or forget about the how it's gonna work. Just start doing it. Even just knowing the price changes stuff. Maybe you're someone who's like, I can never afford to go to Hawaii. Do you even know how much it would cost for you to go there? It starts with just the knowing, and then you can start taking action to move towards that, or even just putting it on the calendar as a goal. Why not, right? What's the worst thing that could happen? Maybe you'll actually do it. So again, challenging you today to do this for you. Have goals, have exciting things in mind, and have them physically on your calendar. I know a lot of people get focused in on money goals. They want to make 6 figures this year, or they want to make a 6-figure month, and that is great. But once you make that, you are still going to want to make more. It doesn't end at that point. Some people make that money and then they're like, okay, awesome, on to the next thing, with no celebration at all. So instead, I want you to think about the tangible things that you're aiming for, that you can feel excited about. Courses that you want to join, things that you want to invest in for yourself, holidays that you want to go on. I have a luxury retreat booked for myself in Spain, and yes, it's paused because of the pandemic, but as soon as that's over, it's ready for me. So I can still constantly feel excited about it coming up and excited to go there and enjoy myself. That keeps me excited and motivated, and you need things that keep you excited and motivated too. You also have budgets for other things like investment properties. So now when I get paid, it's not just a paycheck, but it's also, it's also me being excited to move some of that out into my budget for those investment properties, whether it's a physical investment or it's a property or an account or something that you're just aiming for yourself. You end up feeling more and more excited about it every single time. So make sure you have those things to actually look forward to, and only you get to decide what they are. Only you can create them and bring them into existence, even if it's just writing it down and being like, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to achieving that kind of thing. If not, you're missing out. So create some today. So to recap, for those of you who came in halfway, 5 strategies for reducing work and increasing fun. Strategy 1, getting lucid on what to eliminate from your life. What is taking up your spare time? What are those things that are no longer serving you? It doesn't have to be complete elimination, that you don't have to cold turkey stop watching Netflix, but maybe changing 1 hour a week that you watch Netflix to something that serves you more and brings you more fun, a new hobby or something that you've always wanted to try. Number 2, creating a luxury home experience. Fun has not been canceled just because of the pandemic or just because you can't go out. Start thinking of those things that you used to love doing, whether it's going to the movies, and maybe you can make a home tent movie projector experience, or if you loved going on picnics, doing one at home, setting up a little massage thing between you and your loved one. I don't know, but if you don't have an idea and you want to come up with one, again, comment one below and I will help you come up with something and how to bring it into a luxury home experience. Number 3, asking for help. Outsource things that you don't want to do. Outsource the things that cause you stress. Outsource the things that take you so long because you're not a video editor or you don't know how to do social media. Let someone else do it. Either pay a low price using the systems that I shared earlier on, or even ask for help and see if there's anyone connected to you who would be more than happy to help you start setting up a website or doing some of that stuff that makes you want to punch your laptop in the face. Number 4, get lucid on who you want in your life. The people you spend time with have a massive effect on our emotional state, how we feel. Energy vampires are a real thing. Create those boundaries. If you're spending all your free time with these people who talk about stuff you're not interested in anymore, or it doesn't excite you when you hang out with them, you might want to reduce the time that you're spending with those people and instead spend more time with the people who are talking about the things that you love, that lift you up, that make you excited. And instead of spending time with people who are not exciting you and leaving them and just feeling drained and wasting your time, you're spending time with people who you leave feeling energized, excited, joyful, happy, and ready to go. And number 5 is investing in yourself and budgeting for fun. Pandemic or not, it's important to have things that you are really looking forward to, tangible goals in mind. What are you working for? What is the money that's coming in going towards? If it's just coming in and staying there and you're not feeling excited about anything, or even if you're able to take just 5%, 2% of that and put it into a goal that you feel excited and motivated about, that is going to help you bring in that joy and excitement every single week, maybe even every single day, at least every single month when you get paid. If there's not things that are exciting you or you're feeling motivated towards, you need to start budgeting and investing in things that can get you motivated and excited. So that's that. That's my 5 super simple points. You can start all of them today if you wanted to. If you found any of these things beneficial, I would love for you to let me know in the comments. Even better, tag a friend who might need to hear some of this stuff, or share this video on your own page. Comment below, let me know which point, which strategy from number 1 to number 5 was the most beneficial for you, and if you were drawn to take action on any of those things. All right, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Wishing you an incredible weekend, a happy Friday, a wonderful rest of the month full of big dreams, abundance, and lucidity.